Blessed are those who mourn, for it is not the will of my Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish.
And why is she in the box? Where was our father when she got sick?
We have to have faith.
I have no faith. Joe, it's God. I've chosen you for a special mission.
Very funny. Whoever hacked my computer, no need to confess, please. Just unhack it.
What's this?
The Almighty chose you. Chose you. Hi, Edward.
Hello, Jana.
Nice to see you again. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, and then we go from devil to God in a like this, right? In a blink of an eye. But this time around, we're gonna talk about Walking with Herb. And I would like to know, what was about the script that Mark wrote that got your attention?
The incredible sense of what it stood for. It was a story about faith, about second chances, about giving yourself the courage to live your life again. And that really, to me, is really important as you get older. Even as a youngster, young people, they need to be able to have the courage to change and start again. That to me is the essence of living, is to be able to accept the changes that are constant. And the only thing that really never stops, things change moment to moment. So it's really important to understand that change is good. A lot of people don't like change. And I think that faith in oneself and faith in a spiritual sense is very important. And I think that this movie really brought that out. And I've never done a movie like this. And I'm very grateful that I was given the opportunity in my lifetime to do one of these movies, like doing Stand and Deliver. That was a very special moment in time. And Mi Familia and Selena, the Ballad of Gregorio Cortez. Those are films that I'm very grateful that I was able to be a part of them. And this one too. This is a very special film, especially working with George Lopez as a messenger from God and Kathleen Quinlan as my wife.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful time. We had a wonderful time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, it's never too late to start believing. And that was my next question, like work with George and work with Kathleen, like what was like this dynamic? And I think George was fabulous in that character, because usually we don't see him like that, you know. So I think he was great.
He was wonderful. I think it's his best performance to date. It's one of mine, if not the best, because the truths that we hit, the ability to really allow moments to create themselves and not push and not because it's a script. It's a fictionalized moment put on film, but in reality you're living it, so you have to really live it to the fullest. And we did, everyone did, and you can feel it. You feel the life come, the film comes to life. And it's like watching a documentary. It's very strong, and I'm very grateful that we were able to capture that.
Yeah, I like Joe a lot.
Me too.
And the character is very, I think before he used to believe, and then he has something happen in his life, and then I'm not gonna tell because people need to watch the movie to find out. And then he start believing again, which I think it's great. It sometimes happen with people, happened to me too. So that's why I'm saying that I love him because of that too. And playing him, what do you like the most about him?
Well, the fact that he had the courage. Courage is people think it's everybody has courage in some way or another, but it's not that easy. It becomes difficult to change to have the courage to change and to understand that it's okay. It's okay. Change is good. That is truly what the movie's about. It's about having the faith in yourself to accept a second chance and to have the courage to do it.
Yeah. And now let's talk about the golf, the golf scenes.
Whew.
Like on the tournament, I think was the most challenged part on this movie, right? Because I think it was hot. Or did you, like, you used to play as Edward, that you used to play like golf in your life, or
No,
was
I
just
didn't.
that for the movie?
It was for the movie. George plays golf. He really plays golf. And he's a professional golfer. George is. I mean, he plays really well. And so I've played in, golf tournaments that help raise funds for different nonprofit organizations. I've done that. I've done that maybe 20 times in my life. I've never played a full round of golf on my own. I've always played it in scramble, what they call scramble, which 4 players play, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and you go and you go down and you play. And the ball closest to the hole is the one that you take. And then everybody hits from there. Much faster the game and much easier, because basically your team member can make it in the hole, and then you don't have to make it in the hole because your team already made it in the hole. So you usually play with a professional and yourself. And so that I've done that a lot. But, go out with my golf clubs and just go walk around the golf course and play the game. I've never done that. And so the game is really, the movie and the performance is really true to that understanding that as a young person in my early 30s, I was really the greatest golfer that was up and coming in the world. And but I cracked. I couldn't take the pressure, and I cracked and completely, it destroyed me. And I never picked up a golf club again. So
Wow.
when the story starts, it starts 35 years after that moment where I cracked and couldn't take the pressure. And so I lost my dream. I lost my hope. I lost my faith. And then,
Everything.
And then as time went on, I became a banker and president of the bank. And here I am 35 years later. And I'm not going to say exactly what happens, but something very tragic happens that really tests my faith
Oh,
again,
yeah.
big time. So I end up, golf becomes my giving myself a second chance to understand, who I am and what I am. And it's okay, that I missed
Yeah.
the shot when I was in my 30s and lost the ability to go into the professional ranks of golf.
Yeah.
But
That's why I think this movie is very touching, because of that. I think it's gonna show people like you can make mistakes, you can give up, but you can also come back to faith and start believing again. That's why I think that's why it's one of the most wonderful parts of the movie. And what do you think, like, people gonna learn, like, and what do you think the director the message pass it on to the audience?
Well, I think that people, what they get from the film when they're watching it is an ability to understand that change is okay, and that to have the courage to take a second chance and to do it, take the second chance, is wonderful. And you have to have that faith in yourself to be able to do that, and faith in God. So for me, people are going to get from this is a sense of understanding faith, second chances, and the ability to have the courage to do it.
Any new projects aside from this one coming up?
I'm doing Mayans right now. We're on this television show, but I'm getting ready to do some more work on film.
That's awesome. And before we go, I need to ask you, because in the beginning of April, there was a press release about the LALIF, the Los Angeles Latino Film Festival. And this time around, it's going to be again online, right?
Yeah.
And what we can expect of the festival?
This year, it's the films are wonderful. We're starting off on the 2nd of June through the 6th of June. And we are going to have some screenings at the Grauman's Chinese Theater, the beautiful big screen. It will only be allowed 200 people to enter the screening room, so they have to sit separately. It's an 1,100 seat theater, so and they're just spread out. But we are going to have some screenings, and we're screening in the Heights.
Oh, it's fabulous.
That will be the first time you'll be able to see it on the big screen.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to watch on a big screen. I watch here in my big TV, but not in the big screen.
No, this is, if you get an opportunity, you should come to the screening of it. You can get a pass.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll check it out.
Make sure you get to go, because I don't know. It'll be on in June. I think around the 4th or the 5th is when we're going to screen in the Heights. So you should come. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, it's a movie I really enjoy a lot watching that movie too. I was very happy and so good. Edward, I just want to thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you again. Always a pleasure to talk to you. We have a lot to talk about, so I think I love it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
To let me know you're here. All of these lines are being crossed over the atmosphere.
Joe, from
I
Blaylock.
need to know.
Joe, I get you to trust and believe. And your part is to turn all of that self-doubt into faith.
What's the mission?
Yes.
Every major on the planet will be gunning for the $3 million prize.
Win the golf championship of the world entire.
Meet me at the Artesia Country Club bright and early.
Coming in to finish the sign-up, Dave.
You haven't played in years.
35 to be exact.
Now, JoJo, hit me a nice fade. Sponge cake.
How does it feel like playing against a man who's twice your age?
It's a joke.
How could God, given all the strife in the world, care about such a mission?
No one thing can force you back to the faith you once had. Maybe it's God challenging people to do more than they ever thought possible.
We're gonna get to work.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.